Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Sorry. Aloha, people of the YouTube. Jeremy Vaeni here, and just checking in. Ting! Michael Jackson fans know what I'm checking in about. So he was exonerated again, huh? I mean, is this it? Wade Robson thrown out of court? Jimmy Safechuck thrown out of court last year? This is it, right? Just like the concert, this is it. I feel nothing for Dan Reed, who has been following them around, trying to film a sequel to Leaving Neverland. I guess, is this going to fall through, or is it going to be a thing where, like, he just, we watch Jimmy and Wade walk off into the distance, and, the color film stock turns to black and white, and we just see words on the screen like, their struggle continues on behalf of all children everywhere, or some horse trying to keep this PG. So, yeah. I mean, was there ever any doubt? Because, well, I guess Dan Reed and Oprah Winfrey and HBO and those guys, they all tried to create doubt. They thought, if they could sway public opinion, there'd be a real, chance of this happening, of somehow the judge throwing away the law and just going, saw that Leaving Neverland, that was enticing. But no, in fact, there are things like laws and rules, and judges look at that and they go, no, sorry. Now, why someone like Oprah would care to do that is anyone's guess. My guess is that there was some meeting somewhere of like powerful people, perhaps on a yacht, on Paul McCartney's birthday, when they were all watching Leaving Neverland together. I don't know, I'm throwing that out there. Don't know if it's true. Just saying. Where they all said, or someone said, some higher up, some muckety muck said, listen, we need to get rid of the King of Pop thing because he's dead, and so we need new acts to bring in more money for the music industry to survive. Because Michael Jackson, as we know, throughout the 80s and well into the 90s, was, I would say it is fair to say, at least 50% of all album sales happened because people went to buy a Michael Jackson album and then they got other albums. Like, he was a huge recruiter for other musicians, essentially, for, people go to the store, they want to get Michael Jackson's new album, and while they're there, they'll pick up whatever. I'm fudging the numbers, but the fact of that is correct, is true. That was, one of his gifts to the music industry was that anytime he put out an album, he bolstered the music industry. Everybody's stock rose. Well, there's nobody like that now, right? So how can you make that when he's still considered the king and he's still as popular as he is? So popular in a weird way when you think about it, in that many of his fans, I mean, I'm a fan, so not me, but many of his fans don't want the estate or Sony to be releasing anything that is not a Michael Jackson approved album, which means anything posthumous, anything past his death. So anytime they release a new album, it's going to be hit or miss. It's going to grate on some people's nerves. And the fact that the first posthumous release was Michael, which had some songs on it that he likely, and let's say 99.9% likely, didn't sing, that's a trust issue problem for the rest of the posthumous releases. But me, I'm one who likes to hear the behind-the-scenes stuff. I like to hear the discarded stuff. I love hearing all of it. And especially from someone like him, whose demos that he did sing and that he did beatbox out, are as good or better than completely finished songs from other people, from other artists. So I'm all about it. If they want to keep releasing unreleased material, I welcome that. But I don't know if I'm in the majority on that of Michael Jackson fans. So he doesn't have the pull, even posthumously, with new releases as he would have in life, for obvious reasons and for those reasons. So yeah, if you want the industry to go on and evolve top new stars, you have to, I guess, get everyone to hate Michael Jackson? I don't know. But it didn't work because he was innocent. And there you go. So let's not do this again, folks. I don't want to do another video about this. I want this to be the last false cry of victimhood. Because frankly, beyond the Michael Jackson issue, that does a disservice to actual victims of child abuse, actual victims of molestation, and actual victims of rape. So good on you, Dan Reed, Jimmy Safechuck, and Wade Robson, and Oprah, and HBO. You created an emotive documentary that was completely one-sided and fictitious, and some of that fiction, the most disgusting, foul aspects of it, reeked of being lifted off of a book written by a man in Nambla who lost a lawsuit to Michael Jackson and fled the country rather than pay the millions of dollars he would have owed way back when. Again, Michael Jackson fans know what I'm talking about. If you're not a fan, just take me at my word. That's a lot of that Jimmy Safechuck testimony smacks of, I don't know if it's plagiarism or having worked with this lunatic Nambla guy. Whatever it is, it didn't work. But again, let's look at another bigger issue, and I talked about this in other videos regarding Leaving Neverland, which is the emotive documentary. I mean, God, since talking about this, have any of you looked at any of the Plandemic or QAnon or anything in the political arena where it's all that emotive thing and it's all about getting you to believe something? All of that, like, I just wonder if we're seeing this monster being created where somebody has like clicked in on just the right emotional notes to push that will just, for so many people, they'll gladly shut off their critical thinking just and get sucked up into the orchestration of the background music and the propaganda coming out of the people's mouths and the illusion that you're in on a secret and that you're seeing the real truth and that if you go do your research, blah, blah, blah. Of course, in the case of Michael Jackson, you go do your research and you find out, oh, wait a minute, this is hot garbage. So it actually works against you if you start researching, which is something that, Dan Reed should have done, I guess. But what does he care? He got famous off this. So ping, job well done, Dan. You lost all credibility and integrity, but you're famous. So you're right up there with the boys, James and Wade. And now you'll go back to obscurity, like James and Wade, I assume, unless they get like another court case in them. They keep coughing up money to put toward, nonsense. I guess if they're well funded, I guess, that should be. I'll leave it on this note. If there is a Leaving Neverland sequel coming out, then we need to know who's funding that. And if these people are also funding Jimmy and Wade's court cases moving forward. It'd be nice to know what the ties are between, if these guys are broke, how are they doing this? You got to pay lawyers, right? Who's paying those lawyers? Is it a GoFundMe? Maybe this is where I'm just ignorant and they did a GoFundMe or something. But something tells me this documentary acts as a veritable GoFundMe for these folks. But again, it's over. Michael Jackson was never canceled in the first place, so there's no need to uncancel him. But it's over. Just let everyone know, because Lord knows the mass media won't, at least not with the same verve that the same push that they gave the propaganda. It'll be quiet mutterings of, he was exonerated. Oh, well, judge threw it out. Thank you and good night. It's ridiculous. By the way, if you're wondering like why I'm sitting in a hallway and in my snazzy Hawaiian shirt, and you probably aren't, but I'll throw this out there. I'm taping segments for a symposium on consciousness that my wife Carol and I are putting on June 4th, 5th, and 6th. That's right. It's a weekend. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're invited. Come on down. Sure, Michael would have loved this. I don't know. Now I'm stealing Michael's thunder to self-promote, which I swore I'd never do, but this is free. We're going to be talking about diversity in consciousness. So we're going to be talking about so-called alien abductions. We're going to be talking about plant consciousness in terms of psychoactive plants. We're going to be talking about Nietzsche, of all things. We're going to be talking about the difference between westernized mind and indigenous mind. We'll be speaking with Tiokasin Ghost Horse, a Lakota speaker, about that, as well as Lahua Lopez, a Hawaiian speaker, Dr. Dennis McKenna, Whitley Strieber, Jeffrey Kripal. These are all, if you aren't familiar with them, they're all headliners in their fields. And I got them for free. So I'm giving them to you for free that weekend, right here on my YouTube channel, also on Facebook Live, also on Twitch. So please go to jaylonproductions.com for more information, JAYLON productions.com, or just subscribe to my channel, and I will be doing videos and stuff on it leading up to it. And I've been doing videos and stuff on it. So do check it out. Like I said, again, completely free. You don't have to sign up for anything. I just think like issues of consciousness and depth we're just so missing this, because it's either an academic conference that you don't know anything about unless you're an academic, or it's like a New Age conference that you pay big bucks for and you listen to like morons lie to you and tell you what you want to hear, like you create your own reality or something. So this is not that. This is going to be great, and it is completely free. So swing by for that. Michael would have wanted it that way. I don't know if that's true, but sorry, Michael. All right. Take care, everyone. Much love to the MJ family and community, and let's never do this again.